In this video, I'm going to cover how you can make mandalas. And mandalas are circular, usually symmetrical, abstract, geometric shapes. These look fantastic on t-shirts. They look great on fine art prints. I'm going to share with you 5 tools on how you can make these yourself for free. Let's jump in. Tool number 1 is Leonardo AI. If you've never heard of Leonardo AI before, it's pretty cool. This is what the screen looks like when you first log in, and then I'm going to click this image creation button here right in the middle. And then from here you can see I've created some mandalas already. So what you can do is once you've created something, you can look at the prompts. So I'm going to create one here from scratch, and then I'm going to show you how this looks. So I'm going to type in to the top circular mandala. And then underneath advanced settings on the left-hand side, there's a negative prompt button, and you can actually click the negative prompt and you can activate what you don't want it to show up as. I'm just going to leave that alone for now. I'm going to turn on the transparency, and then I'm going to click generate. You'll see it's costing me 10 credits. I'll click generate. There's different ways you can create the images here. There's different presets. So when I click on the preset button here on the top left, you'll see there's a bunch of families of types of drawings. I'm just leaving it at Leonardo lighting for now. And then underneath that, there's preset styles as well. So you can have some great fun monkeying around with the settings here. You'll see that I've got my mandalas that come up here. I really like this one. The big negative with AI in general is it typically won't create it at full circular. It'll cut it off. So what you want to do is have a negative prompt that says, don't show me a partial. And here's an example. Here I've got circular mandala with bright, vivid neon colors. And when I click on the little plus button right there, we can see the negative prompt here. And it's given me a couple full mandalas. Here's another one that's almost full. It's cut off a little bit. So you would have to play around with the settings a little bit, but you can certainly get it there eventually. Here's another good one that almost comes through. It's not perfect, but if you're going to try and have some fun with Leonardo AI, this is a great way to jump in and take a look at some mandalas. Tool number 2 is MandalaMaker.online. It's pretty simple. Go to the website, and then you'll see a mandala sitting here in the middle. It's a circular section, and you can see there's sectors here, so I can make less or more sections. I'm going to make the maximum here 20. The line width, I can make this larger or smaller. I'm going to leave it at 5. The mirror option is pretty cool. I'm going to leave it on, and that's going to mirror whatever I draw. And then I basically can start dragging into the mandala with my mouse, and you'll see I can make my own mandala just like that. The colors option here is pretty cool. I can change the brush color. I can make it red, for example. And now when I click on here, you'll see the mandala is now turning red. When you're happy with this, simply right click and you can save the image. I'm going to open the image in a new tab, and you can see here it's a PNG image. I can then right click and I can copy it. I can save it. It's basically a PNG. Tool number 3 is a pen by Amit Sheen. This is a Mandala Maker. Pretty easy to use. There's 12 parts here. I can change this by making it larger or smaller. I'm going to go to 14, for example. The color, I'm going to change it. I'm going to make it blue. And then the line width you can also change as well. I'm going to make it 5. There's also a grid option and a mirrored option. Again, I'm just going to drag my mouse, and you can see it's starting to create the mandala as I move my mouse around. I'll change the color now, and we can see now the mandala is taking shape. Pretty easy to use. There's a save button here down at the bottom right. When I click on it, you'll see here now it saves it as a PNG. Very, very easy to use. Tool number 4 is MandalaGab.com. It's a pretty easy website to use here. I've just clicked on new session on the lower left-hand side. I've got a color wheel, so I can make my color. Let's say I'm going to make it purple. I can make my line thicker or thinner, and then I can just start dragging, and you'll see now I'm starting to draw something. I'll change the color over here, and I can really start having some fun making some mandalas. When you're done with this, you can save. There's a save button right here on the lower left, and basically it downloads it as a PNG file suitable for use. There's lots of other little options over here at the top, like a fill button. There's a ruler and a line button, an eyedropper tool. That's kind of cool. So you can really have some fun making some really cool graphics, and it's really easy and free. Tool number 5 is Mandala Maker 360. It's an app, so it's not a website. And when you go onto the Apple Store, it is free. And as you can see, it's pretty easy to use. You just drag your finger along and you can make beautiful looking mandalas. There's not a ton of options in terms of changing the colors. You don't really need that. You can just drag and move your finger around. And then you have an option to clear the palette. You can save. It's pretty intuitive. It's more for doodling. I wouldn't say you have a ton of control over what you're making, but it's really easy to use. You can make some really great looking artwork using this very simple app. Thanks a lot for watching. I've got a ton of videos for some free, cool graphic design tools. Make sure to like and subscribe so you never miss an episode. Here's another one. Enjoy.